I attended 3 different universities. I feel like it was easier at a community college than a university. Now, this is the real cheat code. Like, I'm a little nervous telling you this. Hello family, welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, I'm so happy to see you again. If this is your first time here, I invite you to subscribe. We're family here. My name is Jasmine. I am a registered nurse of 11 years and I am an entrepreneur, so I like to call myself a nursepreneur. If you're here, you must be a nursing major or considering becoming one. So I'm going to give you the cheat sheet to how to survive nursing school. Ooh, it was a doozy for me. It was definitely the hardest thing I've ever done. Getting through nursing school stressed me out. I was sick. I was so stressed that my hair fell out. I'm not kidding. I don't think I could have done it. What kept me focused is definitely because I went directly from high school to college. So I didn't have any children. I didn't have a husband. I didn't have a mortgage. I didn't have any real thing to distract me from school. But if I went at it as a second career, after I had bills and a family and, things, I don't know if I would have been successful with that. But if you are someone who's like a type A person, you grasp concepts and memorize things really, really easily, you may have a completely different experience. But I don't think anybody describes nursing school as easy. But I can hopefully make it a little bit easier for you. I spent 6 years in undergrad. I did not start college as a nursing major, which cost me time. I transferred. I attended 3 different universities and I did summer classes at a community college. I did it. I did it. I graduated at 24. So I guess I'm telling my age. And at that time I felt like I was so old, like I should have been done this. I should have been got through this. But I'm happy I got through it. Look at me now. I'm doing good, living good. I'm grateful to have this career. I'm gonna try to help you so that it's not as much of a terrible experience for you and costly and time consuming, okay? I'm gonna start by addressing the high school students. If you're still in high school, this is for you. I would suggest, as you've probably been told already, take AP, math, and science courses, specifically anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, if you can, biology 101, chemistry 101, and statistics. Those would be the ones I would highly suggest for sure. If you can, if nothing else, anatomy and physiology, definitely. Each school has a different requirement for the type of biology and chemistry, but definitely anatomy and physiology, everybody I've seen across the country always requires those 2 classes, anatomy and physiology 1 and 2. And then I would suggest you compare the course curriculum to the university or college you're looking at. Like, what courses do they require for their nursing program, and kind of compare and line it up that way. Nursing has become a very popular major more and more each year. It's been getting very competitive to enter a nursing program or even pre-nursing. So I would highly suggest only A's and B's for your science courses. That's it, A's and B's, and keep your GPA around a 3.0. If you are unsure of your major, like you think you might want to be a nurse, you're not sure you want to be a nurse, at least attend a school that offers nursing. So like I said, when I started college, I didn't start as a nursing major. Once I decided to become a nursing major, I had to leave my university and go to another one, which cost me time in college and thousands of dollars, So now I have these courses I took. They're just like basically electives, waste of my time and money, and some things didn't transfer, right? So start by going to a school that offers a lot of options and make sure nursing is one of them. I definitely suggest you go straight to BSN, Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. But if you want, and if you have your heart set on attending a community college or associate's degree program or a diploma program, go right ahead. I just personally feel like it takes about the same amount of time to get your associate's degree in nursing as does your bachelor's degree in nursing, because they both require at least 2 years of clinical nursing nursing experience, and they both require about 60 hours of prerequisites. So I think it makes more sense to use your time working towards your bachelor's of science, but that is just my tidbit. Do what works for you. Now, once you get into college, I would suggest during your breaks, your summer and your winter intersession break, go to a community college and complete your math and science prerequisites. I feel like the course is much easier because it's shorter. It's usually about 6 weeks during the summer versus 4 months during the fall or spring. So you got 6 weeks. They touch on the major concepts, and I feel like it was easier at a community college than a university. And of course, the class was cheaper. So it was much cheaper to take it at the community college than to take it at my university. So for those reasons alone, it made it worth the while for me. That way, when I had my semester, it doesn't have to be buckled down with so many things like statistics, anatomy, physiology. I gotta take world history. I gotta take English. Try to alleviate stress where you can. And this can also help you graduate earlier. So for the winter intersessions, sometimes they don't offer a science, but you could take your math, so like your statistics. Or if you struggle with history or English, take your winter intercessional classes. Do what you can. I don't believe financial aid is available for those courses, summer and winter intercession. So I recall paying out of pocket for it at the time. Now, mind you, this was 11 years ago or more. I remember my anatomy and physiology class costing me $650 to take at a community college. I'm very sure it would have cost me probably about $3,000 at my university. What can I do? Now, once you start taking your core classes, meaning your med-surg classes, you are in clinical, that's kind of where the hard part starts. I know it sounds crazy, but it gets even scarier the further you go into the program. You run the risk of getting kicked out if you don't pass one of your courses. 74 was passing, which is a solid B average, and a lot of those courses were only offered once a year, meaning this class is only offered this fall semester. So if you don't pass this class, you have to wait another year to pass this class, which takes another year for you to graduate. And in my school, you actually got kicked out of the program. You had to reapply to get back in the following year. It was so much stress. That created so much anxiety in me. Woosah, I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. Oh, one more thing. While you're taking your summer and winter intercession courses, double, triple check and make sure those credits are transferable to your school. Check on your end, check on the school's end, check at the summer, double, triple check, because you don't want to waste your time and money on that either. Now, this is the real cheat code. Like, I'm a little nervous telling you this, but I think I've been a nurse long enough that my professors can't do anything and take away my degree now. I mean, it's not real cheating, but I'm sure it's frowned upon, okay? So let me make sure. So this is what you do. When you are in your core classes or you're in your nursing program, you make friends with people who are in the class ahead of you. You ask them to save all of their notes, all their projects, all their homework, their outlines, their lecture notes, save everything. That way you could look over how their care plans were graded, how were they graded on their project. Shoot, sometimes you could even use the same project topic. They already did all the research. They already got the articles and everything for you. Listen, it's all laid out for you. That could be your topic for the same project you're gonna do when it's your time. And after they take their tests, like their med-surg exams and things like that, have them immediately after the test. Have them write down any questions they remember. If you could get 2 or 3 people to do this, like, you are in such luck. Say, like, any topic, any question you remember on the test, can you write it down? Can you tell me what it is? At the time when I was going, professors didn't allow us to keep our tests, but there will be a time where you can go back and review it. Ask them to write down everything they remember for that test, and that can kind of give you a heads up on what's going to be on the test, because truthfully, year to year, the tests don't change very much, and neither do the lectures or the textbook. Nothing really changes that much in the human body. It's the same thing. So Like I said, I'm gonna repeat it one more time. Make friends with upperclassmen. Have them save all their work. Say, I will come pick up all those papers, all of it, all the printouts, everything. Email it to me, whatever. Ask them to write down anything they remember from their tests and their quizzes, because that'll give you a heads up on what to study and what to remember when it's your turn to take the test. I didn't learn this until my last year in nursing school. And honestly, this could be applied for any major. You could start this from the beginning, from anatomy and physiology, from statistics. You could start this at English. Any course you could do this. And it's not really cheating. But I know my professors wouldn't like hearing that we do this. But it helps a tremendous, because you'll have a reading in a textbook that's like 100 pages and you're like, well, what do I focus the most on? This helped a lot. It helped with my anxiety a lot. Next, in your senior year, at least by your senior year, junior year, you could do anytime. Get a job in a hospital that you want to work at. So if the hospital you want to work at, try to get a job as a tech. They usually have jobs open for nursing majors, or they hire favorably to nursing majors when they know you're a junior or you're a senior in nursing school. Get a job there and it'll be easier, kind of have your foot in the door to get a job once you graduate. And even better if you could get a job on the unit you want. So like if you want to be an ER nurse, if you want to be an ICU nurse, if you want to work in oncology, or you want to work in mother baby NICU, or try to get a job as a tech, a CNA, a monitor tech, get in the building. And that helps you get a job first. And even if it's not at that hospital, at least you having this experience may help you in your interviewing at another hospital. My tip for passing the med-surg exam is definitely to take a prep course. I took Kaplan, and what I would do is repetitively do those test questions. I would do those over and over and over and over and over again. I would work as a CNA, as a tech in the hospital. Anytime I got to sit, do one-on-one patient sitting, oh baby, I had my textbook out. I was going over those questions on my wow. I would be logged into Kaplan, clicking around, doing stuff all day, every day. I was obsessed. So I graduated in May. I was so nervous. I didn't take my exam until August, but I passed it the first time with 74 questions or 75 questions, whatever the minimum number of questions was. I got it, passed it the first time, and baby, that was all she wrote. It was worth it. So I definitely suggest taking a Kaplan course and being on the money. Do not take a break off from studying after you graduate. Don't take a minute off, because I feel like you start to forget it. You could start to forget OB stuff, things about breast cancer. You start to forget things about burns on the skin. It's just like so many concepts that you need to have in your head for the NCLEX exam. So constantly study from your last nursing exam all the way until your NCLEX. Don't take a big amount of time off. Keep that information in your head. And that is it for this tip of how to survive nursing school. I hope it helped you. Please share this video with another nursing major or someone you know who is thinking about becoming a nursing major, and I hope I'm able to help them. If you have any other tips, leave them in the comments below. Each one teach one, someone else may read it and it may be very insightful for them. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye, family.